Hey guys, how you doing today? How's your family? Hope you're healthy. Hope you're staying hydrated. Today I'm going to be ranking Trump and the top 5 GOP White House contenders. As we go into the video, if you have thoughts, if you have comments, if you feel like I left someone out, please leave your thoughts in the comments. Alright, let's go into the video. So obviously we have Trump as the first person and the most popular GOP contender because he has been a president, because he has won and he already has loyalists. And even though he's not quite as popular as he was in 2015, he's still the most popular candidate by far and has the highest chances of winning in 2024. Now we know he has issues with lawsuits, he has issues with the FBI, he has so many issues that are still ongoing and he's battling so many lawsuits, but he has a lot of loyalists and he has a lot of supporters. And as a matter of fact, Trump is really the most serious presidential candidate to come out of the GOP in a very long time. So, and then he became the president and he performed. So he has been tested and he has been tried. Personally, I believe Trump is the best candidate so far, but it's not as certain as it was in 2015, because in recent times polls have shown that Trump's approval ratings has not been the same. And then, you know, there have been other Republicans that have also risen to prominence, you know, especially since Trump has this knack for getting into trouble with 3-letter agencies. So I'm just hoping that between now and that time, you know, the Republican Party can have a more united front and rally around Trump. But if that doesn't happen, then I'm fairly, you know, certain, it's highly probable that one other person I'm going to mention is probably going to be the flag bearer for the Republican Party come 2024. The obvious second that I can see and that I think everyone sees is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. In recent times, he has risen to prominence and he has really become the person the public is looking at if Trump doesn't run. And even though Trump runs or doesn't run, all eyes is going to be on DeSantis. And I believe it to be a very good political move for Trump to go with DeSantis as his vice president. And also, DeSantis has been a Trump loyalist for a long time. He has supported Trump, and Trump has also supported him when he was trying to become the governor. I believe DeSantis is a Trump supporter, and Trump has also supported DeSantis, because I know for a fact that Trump was very active during DeSantis' campaign when he was trying to become the governor. And so I expect that DeSantis will not want to betray Trump, and that DeSantis will actually, you know, rally behind Trump's banner come 2024. But if that doesn't happen, a lot of people are looking at DeSantis as the safer, you know, the safer bet, the safer option, a safer version of Trump. But they're still comparing him to Trump because they like DeSantis because he possesses so many qualities, you know, same as Trump. He has made headlines recently, you know, for the act of flying migrants, you know, from his borders to, you know, Massachusetts. You know, that's a very presidential move. That's a serious move. And also, a lot of people believe that Trump is a safer option because DeSantis doesn't quite have the number of lawsuits that Trump has. So I don't know what we're going to expect coming into, you know, next year and the year after. But this right now, DeSantis looks like a very strong contender. Another person who is also a strong contender is Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, because he made a trip to Iowa, which many would interpret as, you know, a move demonstrating his intentions to, you know, run for office. And if he does, I think he has, you know, good prospects. I think he has a good chance. But he, unlike the others, have not really shown interest in the position. He has actually shied away from questions about his intentions about running, and he has said he has no intentions of running. And I don't know, between now and 2024, there's a lot can happen. So let's see. Now, another strong contender, in fact a very strong contender, is former Vice President Mike Pence. Now, former Vice President Mike Pence was not really that vocal during the Trump administration, but after the Trump administration, he has actually disagreed with his former boss on many topics. You know, when it comes to the FBI, when it comes to the lawsuits, DeSantis has actually said things that went against things that Trump has said. Some has even tried to say that he has turned his back on Trump. So the only reason I can see for his actions are that he's trying to, you know, step away from Trump's shadow and build a brand for himself, which is not really a bad move if you think about it. But the problem with that strategy is you cannot win an election, you know, coming from the GOP without Trump supporters. Trump supporters are the reason that any of the GOP candidates are going to win, because if you alienate Trump loyalists and Trump supporters, automatically you have thrown away your biggest edge, and you have thrown away your chance to even compete, you know, on even footing with the Democrats, who pretty much have the whole country in their pocket. This next person I'm going to talk about is somebody I personally see becoming the president of the United States someday. I certainly want him to be there, and I know he has very good prospects. I know he certainly has the attention of the media, especially in recent times. He has said a lot of things that I personally agree with, and the person I'm talking about is, you know, Senator Ted Cruz. In recent times, Senator Ted Cruz has been very, very vocal in the media, and he has been, you know, a big critic of the Biden administration. And, you know, he talks well, he speaks well, he makes the right decisions, and he's certainly very smart. He asks the right questions. So he's somebody that I would love to see as, you know, the front runner, the flag bearer of the GOP. Now, it's easy to forget that in 2015 he was actually the second person to Trump. He lost to Trump in the GOP primaries in 2015. So Senator Ted Cruz is actually a very, very strong contender for the GOP flag bearer come 2024. And in recent times, while appearing at Fox News, she hinted that sometimes it takes a woman. That means there's a possibility that she might run for presidency, though I don't see her making any big moves. I haven't seen her making any big moves in recent times, but she has certainly hinted at the possibility that she might run. Earlier this year in Iowa, when she was giving a speech, she said she would run if there's a place for her. I don't know about that analogy, because I don't think anybody runs because there's a place for you, but everybody finds a place for themselves, and everybody fights for a spot. So if she's willing to do that, she's welcome. I think she has great prospects. But so far, in my personal opinion, I believe the right thing to do, the best thing to do, is for everybody to rally behind Trump, so we can take power from the Democrats and, you know, get Trump seated, and then turn the whole country red, and, you know, look toward the future with the very, very good prospects we have, and, you know, maintain power. But if we are divided amongst ourselves, we're going to end up, if GOP loses the next presidential election, it makes it infinitely more difficult to win the next one, the preceding one. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and like I said in the beginning of the video, if you don't agree with what I said, or there are things that you feel like should have been said, please leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. See you in the next one.